Hi, this is Anna Crowe with the Get Real podcast, where CEOs, CMOs, and communications experts share their real advice. It's 6 questions under 9 minutes because we get to it real fast. So let's get to it. Excited for today's guest. Brent, in a few sentences, please tell us who you are and what you do.
Yes, my name is Brent Pohlman. I'm the CEO of Midwest Laboratories. We do all types of testing, mainly on the agricultural and food side, but we also do testing in the areas of water, wastewater, and fuels. So yeah, we're into a lot of different industries, a lot of different testing. We're located in Omaha, Nebraska, and we have approximately 210 employees and growing.
Excellent. Well, excited to have you on today. Thank you for coming on.
Bet, Anna.
Brent, what would you say is the best thing about being a leader in your industry?
I think the best thing is, again, especially in this industry, you get to do something new almost every single day. And it really does come down to 3 things: people, process, and technology. And what I've really learned over the years is you really need to hire the best quality people. And once you have that in place, that your process, your technologies, all those things really come together. But it really does start with people first.
I love that. Getting the right people on the bus. I hear that advice, and it's so true. I hear from other successful executives that creating authentic connections, whether it's with your leadership team, your team in general, or customers, can be challenging with all the noise today. What's your take on that?
You know, it can. There is a lot of noise. It really comes down to, you really need to be focused. You need to have clear goals. And it really does start with the leadership team. I've really found once that team's established, that you can do so much because, again, you're all on the same page. You're all working towards the same goals. And if any of that gets out of is not there, then it does create confusion. But communication is strong. It has to be strong, flowing from that team. And really, what I found is if you got leadership at the top, it can really help, again, to solidify all that communication downstream and into your people. And it really starts with having a clear mission, a vision, and core values. And we've been able to do that here, redefine ourselves in the last year. And it's just really, just see the work of those efforts has really, it has paid off quite tremendously for us.
That's so great to hear. And that's incredible advice. Do you have any other real advice for leaders? Anything else that you think is really important?
Oh, absolutely. It was probably about 2 years ago that I really discovered leaders need self-care. I used to think self-care was selfish, and when I say self-care, I really do mean taking care of yourself. For years, I did not take care of myself, but now I have a personal trainer. I have a personal job coach. Those things are critical because you forget that everything, the mission, the vision, all that starts with you as the leader and owner of the company. And if you're not healthy, you're not going to, again, that message is not going to come through, and it's going to be a bad message at best. So if you can keep yourself, again, healthy, health-wise is critical, especially during this time of COVID. And then job coaching, just the little things. I love professional sports and the whole coaching aspect. Of course, I'm a huge Chiefs fan, so I do follow that a lot, but coaching is the key. It really is the key to a successful team and getting the players, again, around something, the goals and the vision, and executing those processes.
Those are such great messages. They really ring true. And you've inspired me to go for a run after this because I just realized it's been a couple of days. So I appreciate it.
And I think it's part of that. You're right. You know, that getting in that routine every morning, I do the same thing. I get up at 4, if I don't do it at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't happen. So that's true. So good luck with the run.
Very cool. Well, before we get to our final fun question, are there any other successful executives such as yourself that you'd like to give a shout out to or think should be on this podcast?
Yeah, I would, especially here in Omaha. There's a person, and I just talked to him this morning, Doug Nisbach. He he helps with our recruiting and bringing the right people in here. And through this COVID process, once a week, we have a video conference call, Thursdays, 8 o'clock, just for a half hour. has been tremendous. We
Mm.
talk about both of our companies. What are we doing in the midst of COVID? What leadership things are happening? It's really, we don't have an agenda. We just talk for 30 minutes, but it's really opened my eyes during this. One of the good things of COVID is, you know, we can do those things. We used to talk or go to lunch, but now we just schedule it on a weekly basis. And he would be a tremendous guest
I
on
love that.
the podcast.
Yeah, and it sounds like you guys are keeping each other accountable, which is also really important right now, in general, but also right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. Well, our final question is more of a fun one. Tell us about your first job.
Well, first job actually was here at Midwest Laboratories. My father started the company, and I took over 5 years ago. But when I was 15, I did the grunt work, the behind the scenes, washing whether it was the test tubes or or cleaning up the soil messes or the sample messes. But what it really showed me was, as an owner's child growing in the business, I needed to connect with the other people. And it's still amazing to me. I see those people that I worked with when I was at age. Some, of course, are not here at the company anymore, but they all remember. They keep telling me, hey, you were the boss's kid, but we could tell you anything, and you wouldn't go running to your dad. And obviously I didn't. I heard a lot of good things. I heard a lot of weird things, bad things, but I really wanted to develop a trust with those people. And I think trust, and I still carry that today, trust with the employees, and is huge for me. And I think it really started when I was 15 and I first started working here during that time.
Oh, that's so cool. What a great experience for you. And just to see your company grow through different eyes. I mean, you know, from a child age to now to running the business, that's amazing. Great. Well, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Before we go though, how can people get a hold of you?
You know, we have our website, midwestlabs.com. You can find me on LinkedIn. I post a lot of content on there as well. I'm also on Twitter at Brent K. Pohlman. So all those places, again, you can find me. And again, I'm open to networking, contacting. That's how you meet people. That's how you learn things. I learn best through other people. And again, Anna, thank you so much for letting me be on this show.
Appreciate it, Brent. Everyone, have a wonderful day. This is Anna Crowe with the Get Real podcast. For more insights, visit us at crowepr.com. Thanks so much.